Hey everyone, and welcome to another video about chargers in the northeast for EVs. And today we're going to be covering a brand new to me charging company called Roam EV Charging. They used to be called EVC. Perhaps you knew of them before either. I certainly didn't. And so this one's right by the A19 near Shotton Hall. But essentially, if you're driving past, you'll see signs for Peterlee. So without further ado, let's show you where it is. So this is where Roam EV's other chargers are up in the north of England, and so we're looking at this one, south of Sunderland, north of Middlesbrough and Hartlepool, here in Peterlee. And if you look at the A19 map, it is best accessible from the southbound end, and there is no exit here for the northbound. You'd have to go up to Peterlee here, turn around and come back the same road and turn off, or go along through the town to get to it, but is only about 100-200 yards off the A19 in a car park around the back of Sainsbury's. So without further ado, let's show you what the charger site looks like. So let's press play on my recording earlier in the day. Do beware though that it was quite windy, so we'll put up with those.
Good morning everyone, welcome to a sunny morning in Peterlee. This is just by the Castle Dean beauty spot, and this is a Sainsbury's local electronics, a Vets, a Domino's, and a tanning shop that got a bit too close to the sun.
I don't know if you can see that it's the tanning shop there, but I thought that was a really funny joke that it got too close to the sun, eh?
From the looks of it. And we're going to show you the new EV chargers that are over here by a brand called Roam. And so let's just zoom on further up and have a look at them. So here we are with 8 bays and 4 hypercharger chargers for this Roam network.
And you can see that the Roam network has only recently bought out this company, EVC, or decided to change its name, because in between installing them with the EVC logo, they've now decided to rename themselves.
They charge 75p a kilowatt hour. You can pay with contactless, or you can do it through the app, through ZapPay, through their own app, which they've got a QR code for you to download should you wish to do that. Sorry, it's really windy here, but they're all capable of 1,000 volts and 500 amps. So, you know, your Porsche Taycans, your Ioniq 5s and 6s and things like that will all charge as fast as they possibly can at 300 kilowatts to 30 kilowatts, etc., as per the cars. We've got huge grid connections over here, so I bet they could do, you know, the 4 cars at 300 kilowatts, if not higher. So it's a fantastic install. The 73p is a bit expensive, isn't it? And they're not on Octopus Electroverse yet, so and I haven't found any discounts or anything with Roam so far, so it's a little on the pricey.
And the only other thing I'd say is that, you know, perhaps if you're in a wheelchair, you're going to struggle to get around this bollard to actually touch the screen, etc. But hopefully you'd be able to do it through the app without having to do that, and you could just stay on the road here and grab. There's no disabled bays or wheelchair access bays, which is a shame. Is it lit? I can't remember if it's lit and things.
Side, but it's great to bring rapid charging just
so it might not
30 seconds off the A19 on the southbound side. You can't get to it from the northbound side quite as easily. I'll have to look at the road network to see how you'd get here if you're travelling north, but it's a nice little top-up spot. And it's really good that people coming, you know, to the Vets, to Domino's, will see that the EV charging network is here, because that's what you quite often hear, that there's just no infrastructure. So this will be a bit of like myth busting for people, etc. That, you know, you can easily charge your car should you need to, and it's there. And then hopefully the price will come later. Okay, right. So let me know what you think about this. What 73p means to you? Is that crazy expensive? Let me know if you use it.
God, and the wind really did get bad, didn't it? And yeah, doesn't my hair look terrible?
Good morning, everyone.
But pricing, so I covered it there at the end of the video, but it's 73p a kilowatt hour, which is just 1p cheaper than Ionity, and I think Fastnet are now 74p or 75p as well, having previously been cheaper. But it's cheaper than Osprey at 79p, Grid Server 79p. During the day, Instavolt are 85p. And I thought Osprey and Instavolt did out of hours or off-peak charging at a cheaper price. But actually, it's only Instavolt. And between 8 now, they've extended the hours multiple times. But now from 8 p.m. till 7 a.m, you can get it at almost half price at 54p. But do remember that Tesla are cheaper, and iOlogy gets cheaper if you give them a small subscription. And so these are the rates if you pay £7 for your first month, £10.50 thereafter, or 52p if you only pay £3.88, or £5.50 thereafter. So if you're doing a big long trip and you can get iOlogy chargers, then perhaps that's the thing to do. Other things about Rome that I found interesting, since I'd not seen them before, I googled them. They do EV charging for big groups of flats where they have a shared car park with perhaps residents each get their own space. And so a large developer in Wimbledon, they've put in almost 50 EV chargers. At this place called Beaufort Park, they've put in 65 active ones and 50 inactive ones, or 50 odd inactive ones that can later be turned on. So the grid connection's there for 117 EV chargers in their car park, future-proofing. And everyone's heard that flats can't get EVs, or people living in flats can't get EVs. Well, turns out you can. All you need is a wire and a bit of forward thinking, and they've done that with this West K place as well. They've done 20 in now, and 90 more are wired in, ready to be turned on when the demand's there. And likewise, there's 100 for the posh flats in the Battersea Power Station, a former coal-fired power station, which now has EV charging, which is quite interesting. But they do public charging spaces as well. They've done a university, they've put almost 70 in. I don't know what the Wilton Centre is, but it looks like it's an office space or something. They've put 20 there, and there's a few other public ones as well. So they've put some in another university, King's Lynn Hospital, and this is the Mental Health Trust that's got nearly 80. So that's quite interesting to know that they're doing lots of different spaces as well. Their public charging for AC is at 56p, so that's still quite expensive. That would be, for me, that would be about 13p a mile, which is slightly more than petrol. And for slow AC charging, I think that's not quite good enough. But closing message for me is consider using some of these referral codes should you wish. You can get £50 off your Octopus bill if you switch. They're very cost competitive, it's green energy, and they're just quite proactive in the renewable energy sector, promoting things like heat pumps and electric vehicles. Their mapping app, Octopus Electroverse, is one of the best, has more features than SatMap for free, and you can get £5 off your charging, or you get £5 charging credit. And likewise me, if you use this code. Instavolt are quite expensive, but they're very reliable. So if you have to use them, if you download the app and you've not had it before, put a H there first, and click on this link. Then you'll get a £5 off, and there'll be a £5 for me as well. And then the last thing, if you put this code into the Back Market second-hand electronics website, which is a place where electronic goods don't go to waste anymore, they get fixed and then put on the second-hand market for up to 70% off. You can get a tenner off, and me too. And actually, these Beats headphones, came from Back Market, and I'm a big fan for them. And got my new mobile. My Pixel 7 is from Back Market too, and all my phones from there have worked really well, so I'm really pleased with that. So please consider that if you want to support the channel. Thank you very much, everyone. I will see you in the next one. Let me know if you have any requests or any questions about Rome charging or this particular place in Peterlee, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.